Hey, what's up, Pop Hearts TV? Heather Joy Smith here, and I am here with Skylar Stecker. What's up?
I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today.
I am so excited to be here with you because you have been a fan of Pop Hearts.
Yeah,
followed
so
long. And I have to say, this is the first time that we've actually met in person.
I know.
Follow each other on social media.
A
lot of online communication. Interviewed you through like emails. You've done some videos for us, but the first time we've actually met in person.
No.
So this is a big deal, Pop Hearts. Long time coming. So I'm so excited to talk to you today about your brand new album, Redemption. Yes. Talk to me about this album because it is unfreaking believable.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited it's finally out. I was working on it for a really long time. I actually had a different album that was planned to be released, and then I scratched it and I just started over from scratch. And I wrote Redemption in like a span of around like 6 months. So I'm really excited, and it's the most vulnerable piece of work I've ever put out. So I was really very like almost like a little bit nervous, but like very excited for everyone to kind of like be able to hear it and to kind of have that like, like, you know what I mean? Like have it out there finally. So I'm excited that people are being able to listen to it now.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my 3 favorites are Obvious, Convenient, and Playing for Keeps.
Those are like my 3 favorites.
No way.
Except for Redemption. Redemption's on there too, but like the Redemption's like because that's like
obvious.
No fun intended. Obvious. But those are my 3 too. Convenient is the best song live.
The best.
It's the best song live. So I'm excited for you guys to see that today too.
Yeah. What was like the process of you going into the studio and working on this? Because obviously you really had to get vulnerable with this, as you said.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely hard. I think it took more than like a few, like probably like 10 sessions to like, for me to really get to a place where I kind of tore down that wall. Like, I feel like the first couple sessions I did, I was just kind of like finding like the perfect way to, you know, tie in like still fun and like energetic music, but with like a deeper meaning behind it. And then like I feel like once I got it, like the first song we did was Don't Test Me. And that was the first song that like sparked me scratching the whole other album, and then it was just on a roll from there, and it was just so easy to like let it all out, like the emotions poured out, and it was so like therapeutic, and it was really, really fun. I had the best time making it, and I made the album with like a bunch of my best friends, so it was so fun to be able to, you know, they were going through these hard times with me, and so we all kind of got to make that together, and I think it made it that much more special too. Yeah.
Was there anything challenging about this album that you came across?
I think the most challenging part was I'm definitely a perfectionist, so getting it perfect, and also like a lot of the songs like Don't Test Me and stuff I was kind of scared to release because it was so vulnerable, and I knew the person that it was like inspired by like would know that it's about them, and so I was kind of nervous because it was just very detailed, and like songs like that, like and Let It Pour, so I was kind of nervous, and I didn't want to like do it too much, but then a lot of people around me were like, no, but like you need to tell your stories through your music, and you have to be honest, and you know that's how people are gonna be able to trust what you're saying, is because, you know, you're telling your truth. And so that really clicked with me, and I think that's why then I was just like, let's just do it. Like, let's just let it all out. So,
You mentioned writing about someone in particular. Are some of these other songs about other people?
Yeah, for sure. The more like sad ones are definitely about like the same kind of like couple people. And it's like those same situations, but then I kind of play on different emotions that happen with those situations. And then a lot of like the romantic, like more like lovey ones, like Playing for Keeps, was written about like a guy that I liked at the time, but I don't like him anymore.
No. Is it hard to sing it now?
No, it's I don't really think of him anymore when I sing it. I like I find like new people to apply it to. A lot of times too, when I'm doing it live, I'll look at people in the audience and I'll just picture like I'm singing it to like that person. Like I'll pick a person and it'll be like that in my, so it's kind of fun. It's almost like just like a, hey, I'll pick you today. So it's really fun. But no, I mean, I fall more in love with the songs than I do with like the people or things that were written about them. I'm more like, to me, the emotion that the song evokes is more like important, and that's what sticks with me more. So yeah.
Now, I know last time we chatted, obviously it was a couple years ago now, but you had at the time said you had 40 songs back then that you had just written and had ready to go at any moment. For this album, you had scrapped the first one. You had this one. Did you have like 40 more. Yeah, hundreds more.
I had like around 40 that didn't even make like the first album that I scratched. So then that's like an album usually is 10 songs. So that's about like 50 songs right there that got scratched. And then I redid the whole album. And then I used actually, I think there was actually only like 3 or 4 that I did it. But once I wrote Don't Test Me, it was really weird because usually you have like sessions, you're like, I like this one. You're like, not this one. Like, I don't think it's as strong. But when I was writing Redemption, it was so like every single song I was like more connected to than the previous one. Mm-hmm. So it was like a really weird, it was just like on a roll kind of. And I think it just like clicked in my mind. Like I knew the sound, I had the vision, and I just knew like the stories I wanted to tell, and it made it so much easier. So I actually didn't have that many, like I used all the songs. And I think I wasn't as hard on myself with the sounds of the songs because if the message was there, I think I was more satisfied with having it more tell a story, the album, rather than like, when you're releasing singles, it's a little bit different. Right. So I think it kind of shaped the whole album. So I used actually like pretty much everything. But those 50 that never came out, that will never come out, those are still there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe one day, maybe not.
One day. Maybe like just like, hey, here's like a archives album. Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be funny.
Now, you just released last night your second episode of your docu-series, which is so great, by the way.
Thank you.
And it's really nice to see you in that kind of authentic and raw state in this docu-series. So what made you decide to do the docu-series?
Well, a lot of the stories that were in, like I put them through the music and the situations I was going through, but a lot of it I obviously can't go too in depth about because it's still like a song and you have to repeat the chorus and like stuff like that. So I wanted to have another like an angle so people could kind of see even more kind of in real time, what was going on in these sessions and what inspired them. And like, I think as it goes on, it gets more in detail of like past events that happened that kind of sparked redemption. And I feel like too, a lot of times I'm very like, music is my life. So every time, like even when I'm not doing music, I still am doing something music related. Like I just always am. And I think it was really interesting for people to, because I usually don't have time to show other parts of me. Mm-hmm. So to be like forced to have like these, actually it's my uncle who filmed the whole thing, and he's like, which is super, what made it so much easier that like he was my family. But it was just like, I was forced to just like totally just show every single side of me. So it was really cool. And it's also like, I love having it to look back on. Also, like as I get older and continue to grow, to like as almost like a scrapbook, a little bit. Yeah, to look back and reflect and see that time in my life and absorb it, and then kind of like move past. So I'm really excited for people though to see it and to hopefully see that new side of me that I haven't showed before. Yeah.
Speaking of the new side, you do say in the docu-series, which I want to say for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, you say, and when I was 16, I decided to rip it all down and start over, and this is my redemption.
Yeah.
I think that is such a powerful quote. And for someone so young, and to be able to see that is so powerful.
Yeah.
So what made you, be able to have the courage to speak up and be so brave and be like, no, this is how I'm going to do it?
I think I was feeling a certain way for a really long time. And I'm a very like loyal person, and I always give people like the benefit of the doubt. And I think like my mom, my mom's everywhere with me. So I think she was just kind of seeing it from a different perspective than I was. And she was kind of just like, she was seeing me kind of get depressed over like a couple things. And she kept telling me like, you do what you do because you love it and it's fun and because like this is your joy. Mm-hmm. And if you're like slowly losing your joy because of this negative energy or these people that are around you, and pretty soon like I don't want to see you like be just so consumed with that you just like lose your love for it because these people like ruined it for you. And that really like stuck with me, and it kind of made me this realize and kind of watch things from an outer perspective. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what, like that's true. Like I need to I'm not going to sit around and be sad about these things that happened or, say poor me or anything like that, because, life happens and you have to accept it and move on and be your own redemption and move forward. And I think I do sometimes, and I think my generation or any generation sometimes can have a point where they feel like, stuck maybe, or even like they feel like they can't move past something's holding them back. And I just wanted people to know that no matter what happens, like you can be your own redemption. Like you can move forward. Like don't depend on other people to like fix things or make things better for you. Like you do have the power within yourself to, turn lemons into lemonade.
Absolutely.
So yes.
Absolutely.
So that was kind of my whole message. It's almost like a nice tough love, like a hug with like a little tough love.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I love it. Is there a set number of episodes that you're going to be releasing? Do you know yet?
Yes, I think there's 7 or 8. And then we're also releasing the full documentary as well at the end.
Wow.
Yeah, so that way people who haven't seen like the episodes can watch it like as a movie form.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you can tease coming up in the future episodes?
I think, the one that just came out was more about the sessions, and then a lot of the ones coming up too are more in depth about like certain things behind the songs. Also, a lot of that leading up to my concert, my first concert I had for Redemption at the Roxy. So a lot of that is leading up to the concert. So like rehearsal footage, and then a lot of stuff that kind of went on during, around the showtime. So I'm really excited for people to see that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a little fun game here that we're going to play. So I brought Jenga. So I'm going to have you pick out your next questions here.
Okay.
So go ahead and pick from there.
If I make this little guy fall already, that's going to show you.
Oh, no.
Don't touch it. Is that cheating? Oh, gosh.
I mean, it's your game. You can cheat if you want.
I'll hold it still. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is nice.
Some of them are album focused.
Okay,
well,
cool.
they have album theme.
Okay, this one's playing for keeps.
Mm-hmm.
What's something you will not give up or cannot live without? That's a good question. I would say number one thing that I will never give up or like live without is my mom. Obviously, I have to pick my mom. Yeah. And then like food. Yeah, that's what she just pointed to, like food. Yeah, food probably as well. Anything vegan.
I was just going to say vegan food. Yes.
Anything like vegan, tofu, like anything.
Yes.
I love it. So probably food and my mom.
All right.
All right. Should I put it on top?
Sure.
Or is it okay? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just do it like that. Oh God, I'm so bad at this. Okay. Biggest fear. This is gonna sound so dumb because it's like not like a real. So everyone says this, but spiders. Oh, I hate spiders.
Yes.
I hate bugs and spiders. And then what's like a real big fear though? I think I'm scared of failure. If we're getting like deep here.
Deep, yeah.
Yeah. I think failure is definitely like I'm very hard on myself. So anytime I remotely do not succeed, I'm like, So I think failure, and then but like real like spiders and like bugs too. So
Okay.
yes. Okay, cool. Is there like a limit to how many?
We'll do a few more.
All right, cool.
Another album one.
Whoever's handwriting this has very nice handwriting.
It's mine, but it was really hard to write on
very
those.
nice handwriting.
Thank you.
I have such bad
I was hoping you could even read it.
No, it's like perfect. Mine looks like worse than a kindergartner's. Kindergartner's is like Harvard student handwriting compared to mine. Okay, convenient. What's one thing?
No, she can't read it.
What's one? It says. Does it say hen? What's one? What's one hen? One thing. Okay, I figured it was thing, but I was like, it looks like hen. It threw me off. Also, I'm from Wisconsin, so it could be because it's like farmish and hen. I don't know. Okay, what's one thing you most always have convenient? Okay, or something you always have with you? Again, my mom and food, but most convenient. Probably. My mom always forces me to drink more water. So I have a lot of water around because I don't drink a lot of water, and she like forces me to drink it because
that's a good mom.
I have to be hydrated. Yeah. So probably water, and then my phone, because in sessions and stuff I use that to like write down lyrics, and if I have a spontaneous idea, I just like jot it down on my phone. So
I love it.
I have my phone.
Okay, let's do 2 more.
Okay, sounds good. I know my mom's telling me to drink more water right now. I can see it in the corner. Okay, 3 things you want to accomplish in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, I would say definitely go on like a world tour. Yeah. Whether it's like a long one with another artist or my own solo world tour. I would love to go on a long world tour. And then second thing, 3 years. I would love to, let me try. I know one. Learn another instrument, or learn a couple more instruments, because I just learned the drums. So I play piano, guitar, and the drums, and I really want to learn like a wind instrument, so like the saxophone or something. I don't know. I just want to be able to be like a one-man band, like
just play all the
all the instruments. So I want to do that. And then my third thing I would say is to just like continue to like release music and be creative and push myself and continue to think outside the box, I think, and just be creative, I think, is continue to challenge my brain. So probably those 3 things. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
One more?
Last one.
All right. Let's see. Okay, that was actually a pretty easy one. I'm surprised I didn't knock it over. Okay. Snorkeling? Does that say snorkeling? Shark diving. Same thing. It was something ocean related. Okay, definitely not. Or bungee jumping. Oh, those are both terrible. I am the scariest of the scaredy cats. Like, seriously, every time I do anything, I'm like, is this worth dying? So I won't even like go into the ocean. I'm like, there could be a shark in there and I don't want to die. So probably, oh gosh.
No.
Is there a cage while I'm shark diving or no? Is it just like swimming with the sharks?
We can have a cage.
Okay, if there's a cage, probably the shark diving.
Okay.
If there's no cage, probably the bungee jumping, as long as the bungee jumping is like over water. But I don't think that'd make a difference because if it snaps, you're still gonna like boom like on cement. Like it's I'm dead either way. So probably shark diving.
Okay. That was not a good question to end on.
No, it was a good one. I like those questions. It makes me think. I'm like, do I want to die or do I want to die?
Die.
Neither.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. It was so nice to finally meet you after all these years.
I know. I'm so excited.
And everyone, make sure to follow Skylar on social media if you're not already, and at Skylar Stecker. Thanks so much for watching.